Hey everyone, Melissa here with Build a Better Bakery, and I want to make your baking business better in the next 5 minutes or less. Today we're talking about sourdough bread for beginners and covering the concept of shaping the dough with a few extra tips. Remember that shaping your dough will come after the ingredient mixing and the bulk rise phase, which is normally happening around room temperature, maybe about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and may take anywhere from 4 to 12 hours based on your starter, your temperature in your house, etc. Number one, when shaping your dough, you want to wait until it's grown in size during the bulk rise phase to about 75%. So this is going to be a little less than doubled because it's going to keep rising as you're messing with it, and we don't want it to overproof. There's going to be some time where it rests in the fridge during the bulk ferment cycle where it will also continue to rise. Number two, as you shape the dough, use flour to keep it from sticking to the table in your hand. So make sure there's flour on your work surface and have a little bowl out to use. Number three, you will be aiming to shape the dough into the shape of the bulk ferment container in which it's going to be sitting in the refrigerator. For me, it's an oval. Number four, after cutting and weighing out the dough, what I do is I start from the middle and I press out from the center out to pop any of the large bubbles along the outside of the dough, and I'm trying to flatten it into kind of a squarish shape. Number six, I then grab each side and I fold into the center, creating a layered pattern into kind of just like a rounded, smaller square shape. Then you're going to turn seam down to begin your pre-shaping. You're going to shape it twice. Number seven is removing flour from under the area between you and the dough. So kind of a little runway, you're going to scrape the flour away, and you might even dot a few little dots of water there if the dough isn't sticking to your surface. We want it to stick just a little bit. And we're going to create a tent shape with our hands. And we're going to place our pinkies along the tabletop and hands above the dough. So the dough's in here, your hands go on the top. And as you cradle the dough, you're going to pull it towards your belly, keeping your pinkies along the table. Number eight, you're looking for the dough to catch on the table and begin to create a tight surface on top of the dough. You'll see it catch in the front and you'll roll it gently towards you. Do not pull too hard. This is step 9. Do not pull too hard or roll your hands over the dough. You want your pinkies to stay along the table. We do not want to rip the top of the dough, and we do not want to flip the dough over. Number 10, you're going to pull towards you, then you're going to pick it up, you're going to turn it, you're going to place it in front of you again, and you're going to pull down towards that runway, towards your belly. You can do that 1 to 3 times. And then 11, you're going to let rest seam down for 30 minutes on your table covered with plastic or cloth. And then step 12, you're going to flip the seam side up. You're going to shape again, or you're going to squish and roll. There's a couple different shaping techniques. You're going to perform another 1 to 3 pulls towards your belly, and you should be left with a tight, rounded, or oval ball of dough that's smooth on the top, ready to be sprinkled with rice flour, and then placed seam up into your cloth-covered banneton for refrigerated bulk fermentation. This process can take some practice, so be kind to yourself during this and give it a go until you feel confident with the procedure. That's all for today's session on the shaping of sourdough. Drop a comment or DM me with more questions. Hope you all have the best day.